Good morning, students. Right. Okay. So we started percentages. So yes, my dear students. So we discussed some questions in percentages as well. I hope that yes, you are getting it right. But yes, there are many questions in this particular topic because this is the base for many of the remaining topics. For example, if you want to get the perfection in profit and loss and simple and what not, almost every area we make use of this concept. So that is the reason why percentage is said to be so important in every, because this topic we will be using quite frequently. That is the reason why we need to get the perfection in this topic. There are two important topics in quants, my dear students. One is ratio proportion and the next one is percentages. These two topics are so important. So ready? So let me, today we discuss some basics in percentages because I just want to check it out how you are able to handle this particular percentages, and then we discuss the next concepts. Okay? Right, man. So please answer these questions before we get to the next topic. So please answer these concepts in percentages. Right, my dear students. So please answer these questions. So here we go. Right. What is 10% of? What is the 10% of 480? And then what is the 10% of 146? Come on, student. What is the 10% of 64? Come on, make it fast. Let me know how you are answering these questions because percentage calculations are important. If you want to get the command in this topic, you should be very strong in percentage calculations. Come on, student. Yes. Come on, yes. So 10% of 480 is of course 48. So 10% is anyway. We get 10, if we can adjust one decimal, we get your answer. And 10% of 146 is 14.6. You know how to get 10%. 10% is nothing but 10th part. If we adjust one decimal, we will be getting it. Yeah, 10% of 64 is 6.4. Because calculation part is all important in quantitative aptitude. If you are good at calculation, you can easily get the concepts. Okay, right. Now students, please look at that. So what is 15% of 480? Here, next one. What is 15% of 146? Come on student. And then again, what is 15% of 64? If I ask this kind of questions, then how do you do? Come on student, please let me know your answer quick. Yes students, so 15%, of course when you are good at 10%, it is not difficult to get 15%. 10% is 48 and half of 48 is 24, hence 72. It is very easy to get 15%, man. 10% plus 5% is 15%. It's quite easy, right? And now 15% of 146, 10% is 14.6 and half of the number is this, hence it is 21.9. That's it. Now 10% is 6.4 and half of the number is 3.2, therefore your answer is 9.6. That's it. I never mean to say that you get the perfection in percentages in 1 or 2 days. It's a very long term process. But you should be very strong at percentage calculations. If you are strong at percentage calculations, you see, you can answer almost any of the questions with any ease. Okay? Okay, man. So, yes, some more questions I would like to give you so that I think you may be able to get it right. Come on, student. Yeah. Here we go. Now, question number 7. Make it fast. Question number 7. What is 10% of 1800? Come on, student. Now, what is 10% of 2400? What is 10% of 700? Come on, student. Yes, make it fast. Yes, students. So, 10% of 1800 is 180. 10% of 2400 is 240. 10% of 700 is 70. Well done. Okay, now we move on to next one. So let us see how you answer these questions. Come on student, question number 10. 11% of 1800. Come on man, come on. 11% of 2400. Come on student. 11% of 700. Quick. So 11% of 1800, because the 10% is 180, we already know that, and 1% is 18, so that is 198. And 10% is 240, we already know that, 1% is 24, therefore your answer is 264. 10% is 70 and 1% is 7, hence your answer is 77. Okay, so this is about percentage calculations, and of course we are not done. We have so many things to go ahead, because once you get the command in percentage calculations, we can answer any of the questions with command. Okay, man? So now we continue with the remaining questions. So here we go. Question number 13. Come on, student. What is 20% of 140? Come on, student. What is 20% of 72? Yeah. What is 20% of 211? Make it fast. Yeah, student, it is not very difficult, man. 15% of 480 is so simple. Because if you know 10% is 48. You see, 10% is 48. You know how to calculate 10%. If you calculate 10%, you will be having 5%. Remember, this is 10%. When 10% is okay for you, then you can easily get 5%, man. So students, yes, 20% is not very complicated, man, because 20% is very easy. You can easily get 20%. So when you are confident of 10%, because 10% is 14, so 20% is 28. So once you get 10%, so it's not complicated to get 20%, because it's very simple. 10% is 7.2, so 20%, 7.2, 7.2, 14.4. 10% is 21.1, so 21.1, 21.1, 42.2. So this is 20%. Okay, man. So this is all about percentage calculations, but I never mean to say that this is all over. This is only the beginning. So once we start doing this kind of questions, slowly we pick up the speed, but it is not all over. We need to get the perfection in percentage calculations, but it is not possible for you to get all the calculations in one day. It is a continuous process. Tomorrow also we discuss some more questions of the same model. Okay. Now before that, so we move on to next question, my dear students. Now start. Now we are moving to calculations, right? So this calculation we already discussed yesterday, but every question I just want to make some changes and I give you, and you need to respond to my question. Okay, for every question, because all these questions are already completed, some questions I just want to make some changes, you need to respond to this. Ready, student? Are you ready? Please respond. Student, I want to make some changes in the question and you have to get your answer, right? So let me give some changes in the question and I see how you respond to this. Okay, right? Now here we go. Student, here is the question. In place of 60%, you take 90% and answer the same question again. So in a village, 90% of the population are men. So when 90% of the population are men, we can expect that we have only 10% female. So those 10% women are equal to 1600. So when 10% is 1600, my question is, what is the total number of population? Therefore, total number of population is 100%. So if you get the 100%, your answer will be 16,000. Okay. So now we discuss second question. Here we go. So this question already we handled, already we discussed yesterday, but I want to make some changes in the question. So let us see how you respond to this. Ready? Now here we go. So right. Okay, student. So here I am going to make some changes. So let us see how do you answer this question. In place of 45%, my dear students, you please take 80%. Answer the same question again. So in place of 45%, if I give you 80%, then what is going to be your answer for the same question? Read the question thoroughly before you answer. Make it fast. Student, when I say that 80% of the total population given are male, when 80% of the population are male, obviously the remaining 20% should be female. You understand that? So because we have only 20% of the population only female, because 80% are already given male. So this particular 20% of the female should be given, should be equated to 2200. Student, please understand that you are not asked to find the total number of people, but you are asked to find the males only. Hence, your answer is 80%. So when 20% is equal to 2200, now we need to get what is 80%. I think you understand this. Therefore, your answer will be 8800. Now yes, we move on to next question with complete clarity. Very good. Now yes, we move on to next question. Here we go. Student, this question we already handled yesterday, but I just want to give some changes in the question. So let us see how you get this answer. Okay, right ma'am. So this is the question I gave you yesterday, but I am just going to make some changes in the question. In place of 144, if I take 240, what is going to be your answer for the same question? Come on, make it fast. The question is already dealt yesterday. I hope that yes, you still remember this. This is nothing but a revision. Once we get into the revision, probably you will get some more confidence, because confidence is all important in competitions. Student, yes, just look at that. So we have two people contesting in this elections. Yes, the one who get 56%. So okay, but when you are given that one person is getting 56%, the other person must be getting 44%, because there are only two people in this election, and hence we understand that the one who won the election won by a majority of 12%. So this 12% is given by 240, and what is the total number of votes? Therefore 100% is equal to how much? Your answer must be 2000. Okay students, so let me give you one more question, because you are going very strong. So probably yes, we can answer some more questions with the same confidence. Here we go. In a college, a candidate secured 57% of the votes and is elected by a majority of students. I want to make some changes in the question. In place of 126, if I give you 700, what is going to be your answer for the same question? Yes, my dear students, so what do you understand from this? So yes, and once again we see that there are only two people contesting in the election. The first one is getting 57%, therefore the second one must be getting 43%, because there are only two people, therefore we can take only two, right? Therefore the difference between these two is said to be 14%. The one who won the election won the by a majority of 14%. That 14% is equal to 700. You see that the person won the election by a majority of 14%. This is nothing but 700. So 14% is 700. Now the question is, what is the total votes secured by the defeated candidate? Which means to say that we have to get only 43%, because you expect to get the answer only defeated candidate. So 43 into 700 by 14. 14 cancels for 50 times. Your answer must be 2150. Students, so these questions already we discussed yesterday. It is nothing but a kind of repetition, so that I want to see that you the people get it more perfect. Okay man, now I think we can move on to next question. Ready? Now here we go. So let us see how we answer this question. Come on, yes. Come on student, just look at that. A pharmacy student has to secure 55% marks to pass in an examination. He got 85. Yeah, he got 85, but he was not pass actually. The thing is, he failed by 25. Therefore, 85, the one who is failed by 25. I can say that 110 marks are the marks supposed to get pass. Student, may I know that what is this 110 marks? Please comment. What is this 110 marks? 110 marks are the pass marks. But we know that pass percentage is 55%. So when 55% is equal to 110, find the maximum marks. Maximum marks are always 100. Therefore, 100% is equal to how much? Therefore, your answer must be 200. Okay? Because the question is so simple, I don't want to waste your time. We can move on to the next question with more confidence. Okay, man? Now here we go. Read the question thoroughly. Now this question is so important. Please look at the question thoroughly. So yes, my dear students, now just look at this. So here we go. A scored 40% marks but failed by 5 marks. He got 40%, but he was not successful, which I can tell you that the pass percentage must be more than 40. How can you say that? Because the one who got 40% was declared failed. Therefore, I can take it granted the pass percentage must be more than 40 for sure. So now please concentrate. So A scored 40%, but he was failed. But when you look at B, he got 50%, but he obtained 45 marks more than necessary for pass. Tell me, student, A got 40%, he was unsuccessful. B got 50%, but he got more than the marks required for passing. Come on, student, now here we go. First thing you must understand that, what about A, man? A was declared failed. Therefore, I can tell you that pass percentage must be more than 40%. But it is only to see that how much more. It is only to see that how much more. That is only point we need to get. Okay? Just put aside. Now, I just want to give some question to you. Come on, student. First of all, you must understand that what is A's situation. He got 5 marks less. Who? A. A got 5 marks less. How can you say that? Because he was declared failed by 5 marks. So he got 5 marks less. Whereas when it comes to B, he got 45 marks more. What is minus 5? Those are the marks obtained by A. He failed by 5 marks. What is plus 45? A gets 45 more than the necessary for passing. Tell me, student, what is the difference between A and B? It is 50 marks. Student, please let me know, am I clear to you? Difference between A's and B's marks are 50. Yeah, difference is only subtraction, student. Difference is only subtraction. So how can you say the difference? You got 10 and I got 20. Difference is only 10. So you need to subtract. Okay, man. So the difference between A's percentage and B's percentage is 10%. Okay? 10% is the difference between A's marks and B's marks. And 50 are the difference between A's marks and B's marks. Student, please tell me whether this step is okay for you or not. So my dear students, in this question, 10% is equal to 50 marks, which means to say that every 1% is equal to 5 marks. In this particular question, every 1% is equal to 5 marks. Just look at A. A failed by how many marks? 5 marks. A failed by what percent? 1%. How much percent A already obtained? 40%. But he has to get another 1% to pass. Therefore, pass percentage is given by 41%. So A got 40%, A got 40%, but he was failed by 1%. Yes, he failed by 5 marks, but 5 marks are nothing but 1%. Therefore, A failed by 1%. So 40 plus 1. So pass percentage is 41. Okay, student, now please look at the question. I want to make some changes in the question. So let us see how you answer this question. Okay, ready? So I want to make 2 changes. Let us see whether you are going right or wrong. Okay? So failed by 5 marks, you please take failed by 10 marks. And failed, he obtained 45 marks more. You please consider he obtained 30 marks more. Come on student, please make some 2 changes in this question so that you will get it right. So my dear students, in place of 5 marks more, you please consider 10 marks, he fails by 10 marks. And in place of 45, you please take 90 marks. Answer this question again. A got 40%, yes, A got 40%, but he was not successful. He fails by 10 marks. The point is, he fails by 10 marks. That is the point you should understand. Yes, man, if you are done, yes, you can post your answer. You can post your answer. But definitely pass percentage is more than 40, because the one who got 40% was declared failed. You should understand that. So what you said is right. Student, so B obtained 90 more than necessary for passing, whereas A fails by 10 marks. So A fails by 10 marks, minus 10. B obtained 90 more. So the difference between B and A's marks, 90 plus 10, 100. Student, please respond to my question. What is 100 marks? This is the difference between A's and B's marks. And A's and B's percentage difference is 10%. Therefore, 10% is equal to 100 marks, as we have just seen. So when 10% is equal to 100 marks, every 1% is equal to 10 marks. Tell me student, A fails by how many marks? A fails by 10 marks. Therefore, A fails by 1%. He already got 40, but he was failed by 1%. Therefore, we can say that the pass percentage is 41. Okay student, so let me give you one more changes in the question. So let me say whether you are doing it right or wrong. So here we go. Come on student, yes. In place of 40%, you please take 45%. Answer the same question again. Come on. Please listen to me. Listen to me. What about B? He got 45 marks more than necessary for pass, therefore plus 45. But when it comes to B, he failed by 5 marks, therefore yes, this is minus 5. So difference between these two is 50 marks. Tell me my dear students, what is 50 marks? 50 marks are the difference between A and B. 5% is the difference between A and B. Student, please let me know whether this step is okay for you. The difference between A's and B's percentage is 5, and the difference between A's and B's marks are 50. In this question, every 5% is 50 marks. Because in this question, every 5% is 50 marks. See, A fails by 5 marks. A fails by 5 marks. Therefore, A fails by 0.5%. You understand that? Why this 5%? See, 50 and 45%, the difference between A's and B's percentage is 5. And difference between A's and B's marks are 50. Therefore, every 50 marks are 5%. Therefore, 5 marks are 0.5%. Please let me know, am I clear to you or not? Do you understand that? Yes, you get it right. Therefore, he fails by 0.5%, absolutely. Now you are getting it right. He already got 45%, but he has to get another 0.5% to pass this exam. Hence, we say that the pass percentage is 45.5%. See how interesting the topic is going. So that is the beauty of aptitude. More the questions we do, more the things we can easily do it, man. I hope you understand this. But still some of you are asking me to explain this question again. Why should we discuss the same question again, man? We make some changes in the question. Then we see how we can answer this. Come on, yes. Let me make 2 changes in this question. Student, you please take 45%. Okay, fails by 10 marks and he get 40 marks more than necessary for pass. %, let us make 2 changes. Fails by 20 marks, he gets 30 marks more than necessary for pass. So I make 3 changes altogether. Read the question, you will be able to answer this question by this time, I hope, sure. Go ahead. Student, you see that B obtained 30 marks more than necessary for pass, but whereas A gets 20 marks less, I can say that the difference in the marks is 50. Okay? Plus 30 minus 20. So in this question we can say that the difference between A's and B's marks are 50, and the difference between A's and B's percentage is 5. You know why I get 5%? 50%, 45% difference is 5%. So 5% is equal to 50 marks, and hence in this question every 1% is 10 marks. Therefore, 20 marks are nothing but 2%. So when 1% is 10, 20 marks are 2%. Student, tell me, how much percent A already got? 45%. He failed by how many marks? 20 marks. He failed by what percent? 2%, which means to say that he has to get another 20 marks, which means to say that he has to get another 2%. Therefore, 45 plus 2. Hence, we say that the pass percentage is 47%. Right, students? So let me give you one more question because we are going very strong. So I think you will be able to answer this question. Come on, do it. Answer yourself. Similar question, I hope that yes, you will be able to handle this question with perfection, sure. You need to understand 2 points. 24 more, fails by 9 marks. His younger brother got 40%, but he was not declared pass. He has to get another 9 marks. Therefore, pass percentage is more than 40. You must know that. Come on, student. Yes, tell me. Mohan got 24 marks more than necessary for pass, whereas his younger brother got 9 marks less. Therefore, plus 24 minus of minus 9. So the difference between Mohan and his younger brother is 33 marks. Difference between Mohan and his younger brother is 11%. So when 11% is 33 marks, therefore every 3 marks are 1%. Student, am I clear to you? Because 33 marks are equal to 11%. Therefore every 3 marks are 1%. His younger brother fails by how many marks? 9 marks. Therefore he fails by what percent? 3%. Now come on student, you please tell me what is your answer. His younger brother already got 40%. Okay, he already got 40%. He has to get another 9 marks. He has to get another 3%. Therefore 40 plus 3, pass percentage is 43. Because 40% he already got, but he has to get another 3% to clear, and hence we can say that pass percentage is 43. Because this concept is so interesting, but of course a little confusing as well, because you need to read the question thoroughly. Unless you do that, you will not be able to get it right. Student, am I going right? Is it okay for you? Shall we move in this direction, in this way? Is it okay? Okay student, yes, so this is all about percentages. Okay student, because you understand the basics, right? Tomorrow we can move at a quick pace because we are already going in the right direction. Okay? Okay students, so thank you, and we will be meeting again tomorrow at the same time.